Las Vegas Discount.net's the best there is. Save up to 50% on your next Vegas trip. And travel, rental, shows, and tours. Find the deals you're looking for. Las Vegas Discount.net. Las Vegas Discount.net. If you're going to Vegas for deals that are the best, visit Las Vegas Discount.net.
Welcome to humanity. This is Hour 1.
Whatever it takes, we got to shut. Whatever it takes is what it took.
This is Brock Lesnar, and you're listening to Fight Net Radio.
Yo, hi, this is Sugar Ray Leonard, and you listen to Fight Net Radio.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to listen to Fight Net Radio.
Lee Harvey Oswald, what's your name? I know how am I supposed to know you?
This is Frank Shamrock. You're listening to Fight Net Radio.
Hi, this is Tia, the Knockout St. John. You're listening to Fight Net Radio, and there's no way I would ever touch Lee.
This is Chuck Jackson.
I am Stephen Bonner, and you're listening to Fight Net Radio.
Dan Henderson, you're listening to Fight Net Radio.
Everybody, welcome to Fight Net Radio, where Lee's burning every bridge there is out there. All right.
Hi, this is Manny Pacquiao. I'll fight anybody on FightNetRadio.com.
I mean, this is ridiculous. It's a radio show. It ain't a 1-hour television spectacular.
Does this work? It says it's recording a call. Hi, everyone. Welcome to Fight Net Radio. Lee Honish, Andrew Labouche, bringing you the wonderful world of boxing. Late. We're late by 2 days. Andrew wanted to do the show on Sunday. No, he didn't. I was in Vegas. I sure as hell didn't want to do the show on Sunday. And if you follow me on Facebook, you will see that I had a suite all decked out at the Venetian. And there was no fucking way I was doing a show on Sunday.
It should be a holiday, Lee.
It should be.
Super Bowl Sunday should be a holiday for everyone in America.
Back in the day, I used to... so I worked traditional real estate at one point. Like, I was a real realtor, right? Real briefcase wearing... Walk around, knock on your door. Hi, I want to sell your house. Shitbag realtor. And if you're a shitbag realtor who listens to this show, not you. Whatever. But the guy that I worked for when I worked in Arcadia, he was a builder. So we built and we developed houses. And our running joke was, nobody works on Super Bowl Sunday. Nobody does an open house on Sunday. It is a national holiday. Yes, and I agree. It is. And we weren't disappointed. We had a phenomenal Super Bowl Sunday. Fortunately, reason I go is because I usually place a bet on the Super Bowl based on whatever kind of crazy data that I have. And this year I bet the Patriots and the unders. By the way, that was my first half bet. My second half bet was the Patriots and the money line to cover the stupid bet I made at the beginning of the Super Bowl. My second half bet won. Patriots actually won the second half by 3 points, and the over-under for the second half was only 29 or 30 points, and they crushed that. I'm telling you, when I was checking out at the Venetian to get my money and getting paid, I watched people getting paid $3, $4, $10, $15, $20,000 payouts constantly. Vegas took it in the ass on this one.
Yes, they did. Most of the time when the underdog wins...
But that's Vegas where the money was. I knew look, I went against the betting public. For those of you who don't know, I use Oddshark, ODDSHARK. Usually when we're talking about odds on this show or we're talking about betting in general, Oddshark is predictive data, computer data, and also the lines and the way people are betting, right, on fights and on the NFL and on Major League Baseball. I'm telling you, everybody was on the overs and Philadelphia. And even when I got into Vegas, I was told that the 5 biggest whales had bet on Philadelphia and the overs. And I still went against it because it's the fucking Patriots. Because here's what happened at game time. The Patriots' money line dropped to minus 185. That's crazy. That's like being told Mayweather is only a 2-1 favorite before one of his fights. How quick can I shuffle money onto that bet?
Yeah, but they didn't. They knew that the cornerback wasn't playing, Lee. One of their best cornerbacks of the year, 98% of the time he was on the field, did not take a defensive snap on Sunday. I think when Vegas found that out, that's probably what moved that line.
Maybe. I'm not exactly sure what the story was there, and they're not talking about it. And
Weed. They're saying weed and girls. He was late. He was out partying. He got caught with a little bit of weed on him when he came back. I know.
Let the fucking guy play. It's the biggest game of the year. Doesn't matter. Team's getting blown up, and that's the end of the Patriot dynasty. It was fun while it lasted.
I won't say that until Brady puts in his papers. When Brady hangs up.
You know what? Losing your offensive coordinator, your defensive coordinator.
Breaking news, Lee. Josh McDaniels has denied
he's not
the
gonna
head
take
coaching job.
He's not going to take Cleveland.
No, it was the Colts. Indianapolis
Whatever.
Colts. He said, "Oh,
Daddy.
Hold on, let me get him out.
Hello, Dad. Hello. Okay. All right. Further proof that Andrew actually has sex with women.
Yeah. So I thought the door was locked.
Good job. You successfully, I was just proving to the fans that you successfully had sex with a woman. It's not boxing all the time. Andrew has sex. He doesn't have as much sex as our previous co-host, Willie, who literally in his post has to explain to his wife why he doesn't want to stop on the way home because he wants to impregnate his wife usually again.
No.
Like, did you see that post?
No, I did not, and I'm glad I did.
And there was a line about making love to us. Yes, honey, I will stop on the way home instead of coming home and making love to you. That was like the post.
Poor guy.
Fucking Guillermo, man. Put the dick down. Time to tie a knot in that thing. Tie a knot in that balloon. Hey. Too many kids.
Where were we at?
So we're talking. Yeah, we were talking Super Bowl. I guess the show's about boxing. For those of you who've never listened before.
Yes, football is over, Lee.
Football's over. It's time for the baseball season actually to start, and I don't give a shit. Yeah, I don't really give two shits.
Right? Not until at least halfway.
Not until the end. It's like basketball.
Yeah,
I don't watch basketball to the playoffs.
You don't even watch.
Right. So if you guys are looking for stuff to watch on your weekends, let me give you some advice. Number one, watch boxing. Number two, hey, get yourself an account over at Flow Grappling and watch guys cripple, maim, and choke each other out in submission grappling. That's always a good time. It's kind of like UFC without the striking. So there you go. I've given you multiple options. I want you all to enjoy it. So moving on, we're talking boxing on this show. This is literally the worst week of boxing news in the history of mankind to actually do a show, but we decided to do a show for you anyway. I think the news that I like the most of the week is the recurring wet dream fantasy of all UFC fans of Floyd shooting that 30-second video of him walking into a cage and basically teasing that he would fight his next fight in a cage. And Oscar De La Hoya, let's just call him what he is, Oscar De La Hoya. That's his new name, Oscar De La Hoya. Not going with me on that, Andrew?
I'm here. I'm listening.
Did you hear Oscar De La Hoya's comments?
Yeah, well, yes, he said it's
where
bullshit,
he said,
basically.
Yeah, he said it's bullshit, but hey, I would pay to watch it.
We would all pay.
Oscar De La Hoya. Oscar De La Hoya would like to be next on the Mayweather fight card, and he's just bitter and angry. Let's face reality.
But no, he's not lying. Lee, Oscar De La Hoya isn't lying. Everybody in the world would pay.
He couldn't throw enough money, and I tell you, if it's real, he's making $200 million, $250. We actually chatted about this.
Saying that.
$250 million.
Huh?
You're telling me Floyd would not get into a cage for $250 million?
No, because that's what he makes in the ring.
No, he only makes about $100 million plus another $50 million from the promotional side. If he's getting a guaranteed $250 contract, that means at the end of the day he's probably taking $300 or $400 million home.
I think you're more in the ballpark of 3 or 4. Yeah, it's gonna be something. Lee, it's gonna be something.
$500 million. How do you not make that happen?
it's going to be something so big that people are going to talk about the money more than the fight.
That's fine.
And that's what
he'll get paid to go get tapped out. He doesn't care.
Yeah, and that's what I think Floyd is really gunning for here. Obviously, he wants the biggest paycheck that he can get, but in this situation, because of his age, and that's really why I have Floyd an underdog going in against Conor McGregor if they were to fight in the cage, is because of his age, Lee. You know, I've said this before on the show. I wish if we really did do a crossover boxer into the MMA, that the UFC would go after somebody in their prime.
Actually, I don't actually. Okay, so there's also talk floating around because Roy was over at the UFC Performance Center that he wanted a piece of. What's his name? The kickboxer.
Silva?
Yeah, he wants Silva.
Now, yeah, but okay, once again, this fight is about 5-10 years old. I'm over Jones and Silva. Go back to McGregor Mayweather, because Lee, this is the fight that's going to draw the interest around the world. This fight has the potential of being made because of the money. I told all of you guys this when everyone said it was stupid to talk about McGregor coming to boxing. The money is there to be made. The boxing match proved that. The 100 million streams, people that were doing it all illegally off the internet, Lee, that's stopping in the UFC match. Believe me, the UFC is going to put so much money into the pirating of that fight. They will be shutting shit down on that night, trying to get every single dime out of people for this one. I wouldn't even be surprised if they did a closed circuit only, and you had to go to arenas around the world to watch this. And Floyd and McGregor sell out every arena in America. How about that one? What if New York, Madison Square Garden, the only place you could watch it, the Oakland Coliseum, Santa Clara, Staples Center. I mean, they're doing 18,000 seats at every venue for this fight. This fight has the potential of being made. Now, what does Floyd have to offer in this? About as much as McGregor had to offer in the boxing ring. But I will say that, Lee, many MMA fans like to act like this hasn't happened already. A boxer hasn't went over to the MMA. And in fact, that is not true at all. I don't want to call him a liar, but that's just not true.
Well, you can't. James Toney basically just got paid, so you got to throw the James Toney analysis out.
It doesn't matter. No, you put him in there. He did it. He lost. You put that loss on there.
He lost to a single leg.
They have fought in 32 times in the Octagon. Not in the UFC, but in the MMA world. 32 times. Do you want to know what the record is on a professional boxer? 32 times in the MMA?
What?
21-11.
Okay.
Not the greatest record, right? It's not the greatest record.
Adequate.
But it's a winning record.
It's right? a winning record.
They're not being dominated like everyone. Oh, no, you just kick them in the leg. They fall down. Oh, I just take them down and that's it. It's over. It's obviously, people, not over. Because 21 times they have won the fight. And when you talk about the biggest fights, I'm talking about champions versus champions, X versus X's. Yes, James Toney lost to Couture. But then what about Mercer knocking out Silva with one punch, knocked him out in like 15 seconds? What about Holmes knocking out the Mike Tyson of the MMA? We have seen this big in a bigger audience, and boxing is winning. Boxing actually has the winning record when you talk about champ versus champ or ex-champ versus champ. Boxing has the winning record. So Floyd sees this, okay? This guy is not the people. Let me tell you something. Let me give you a prediction. When this bell rings, Floyd is running. Okay, do you guys hear me? I'm talking one side to the other side. He's laughing his ass off, right? Come at me. I'm jabbing and I'm running. I'm jabbing and I'm running. He's only going to strike like a cobra. Only every once in a while you're going to see that right hand. You think he's going to go toe-to-toe with McGregor?
Are you saying you're going to pay for this one?
Oh, everybody's paying. Lee, stop it. If this fight gets made, everybody's paying. This fight is everything the MMA acts like they haven't seen already. That's what I love about it. Everyone's like, no, hey, they'll get destroyed. Really? Because it happened 32 times. What's the record? Oh, I don't even care about all that. Oh, okay. We're just going off with fuck you, Phil. Like it's